Hi everyone and welcome to another episode of Drugstore Better Than High End. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos, so I'm not quite sure what episode we're on, but these are all of the products that I've recently been trying out that I feel are just as good as or better than their high-end luxury counterparts, which is no mean feat. I don't chuck products in these videos willy-nilly. Is that even a thing anymore? I sound so uncool at the moment. I can't believe I've just said that. Willy-nilly. No, I do not chuck products in this video willy-nilly. I test them out. I really put them through their paces, and only the ones that I think deserve to be in here are in here. So we're going to get on with it. If you are new here, hi, my name's Gemma. I do a lot of beauty content on this channel. I also throw in words like willy-nilly every once in a while. So if you are enjoying what you're watching, I'd love it if you consider clicking the like button, the subscribe button, and that notification bell. If you are a regular viewer, welcome back. So some of the products in this video aren't for me, but just because they aren't for me doesn't mean that the quality of the products aren't up here. I will mention which ones those products are and who I feel they would suit when we get to them. So, first product. Kicking it off with the Revolution Bright Light Blush Drops in the shade Rosy Pink. I believe this is the only shade that they do. Don't quote me on that. I will let you know on the screen, but I think, unless I dreamt it, this is the only shade. Anyway, from the packaging and from the wording on the packaging, I am assuming that they were trying to create a dupe for the Drunk Elephant Eau Bleuce Rosy Drops. If they were trying to do that, they have failed miserably because these two formulas are nothing like at all. This one has a slight sparkle in it, so it gives you that radiant sheen. This one has no sparkle in it, is a much looser formula. It's much more liquidy. It's much more oily in consistency. I mean, it's not oily, but it's sort of oilier in consistency if you compare the two. And yeah, it couldn't be further apart in my opinion. Anyway, I'm really pleased that they didn't create a dupe for the Drunk Elephant Eau Bleuce Rosy Drops because I prefer this one. And I just think it is beautiful. The consistency is stunning. The way that it applies to the cheek, you can apply this to bare skin and just to give yourself a little bit of a lift throughout the day, just to make yourself look a little bit more awake, a little bit more alive in the morning. These will do that for you. But you can also apply these over makeup, which is what I've done today. You do have to be careful, but I always thought you had to be quite careful with the Eau Bleuce Rosy Drops from Drunk Elephant as well, because these had a tendency of lifting my makeup on application. These are exactly the same. So instead of swiping or buffing, you need to just pat this in if you are going to be applying this over makeup. That's what I've done today. Seamless, beautiful, blends like a dream, and gives you this dewiness on the surface with it, which is incredibly youthful and glowy. And the shade of this is a beautiful warm pink. It is stunning. So if they were trying to create a dupe, but I am so pleased because in my opinion, the Revolution blush drops are better. Now, if you are wanting the skincare benefits from the Eau Bleuce Rosy Drops, you're going to get some skincare benefits in the Revolution blush drops, but they're not as advanced. So this has got squalane, hyaluronic acid, grapeseed oil, and it's the grapeseed oil that gives it that sheen on the surface of the skin. These melt into the skin beautifully, become one with the skin, look like a second skin. So this looks very natural on the skin. It's just gorgeous. Again, not as advanced as the Drunk Elephant, but the price tag, minuscule. It's definitely worth giving this one a go. If you can get into store and swatch this for yourself, you will see what I mean. Next up, we've got the Maybelline Sun Kisser blushes. These are liquid blushes. They do have a little bit of sparkle to them, so you are going to get that radiant sheen on the surface of the skin. These dry down incredibly quickly, so you do have to work quite fast with these to get an even blend. Just getting that out there straight away, because if you don't know that and you're not quick at working, this can look a little bit patchy on the skin. I have not all of them. I went and bought these with my own money, as I have every single thing in this video today. I've got 3 of the blush shades and 4 of the bronzer shades, which you can also use as blush shades if you so wish, and that's the way that I prefer to use them, because the blush shades are a little bit too warm for me, a little bit too bronzy. And with the undertone of my skin and the fairness of my skin, these can make me look a little bit orangey. I do have this on my forehead today and also on the tops of my cheeks, and I think it looks nice, but it's just not something that I would gravitate towards. If you have a warmer complexion than me or a deeper skin tone, I think you are going to absolutely love these as bronzers. The blush shades are the stars of the show for me, especially I have a couple. So you know I'm not always a fan of a pink blush. This one is beautiful though, but again, not one that I would gravitate towards, but I'm going to swatch them all for you anyway because you may prefer a pink blush. I prefer something slightly warmer. So my favorites are 02 Uptown Glow. Glorious, absolutely stunning, and you would not know that this product is affordable. It is that beautiful, that luxurious, the consistency is gorgeous, very easy to apply. And also 06 City Sizzle, which looks like it should be for a skin tone that is much deeper than mine, but if you apply this really sparingly, honestly, this shade is divine. It is just out of this world glorious. These are lovely. I'm not going to be wearing these in the autumn and winter. They're not my sort of thing for those months of the year, but in summer when you just want a little bit more glow, your skin to look a little bit more vibrant, these definitely up my street. Moving on to Barry M, which is one of my favorite affordable brands, especially for nail polish. Nail polish from Barry M, you would not know it's affordable. And when I say it's affordable, I mean it's super, super affordable. We have a scale of affordable. It's right down at the bottom. Super, 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 super affordable. And it lasts a really long time. You don't have to store it in the fridge. It's not one of those products that goes gloopy really, really quickly. I find that a lot of cheaper nail products, especially nail polish, goes really thick and gloopy and doesn't last as long as some in the luxury bracket. Barry M just gets over that immediately, and again, super, super affordable. Now, I don't usually deviate from nail products when it comes to Barry M. I'm not a massive fan of their makeup products, but I did pick up their watermelon lip scrub. This isn't usually in my remit. I don't usually go for a lip scrub. I find them a little bit messy, but this one is lovely. Yes, it's messy. There's no getting away from the fact that it is messy. And yes, I could probably make this at home by myself with just the things that I have in my cupboard. This is a very simple formula, which is why I like it so much. So it does have a fragrance to give it a little bit of flavor. If you're not one for products with fragrance in, this isn't going to be for you. It does taste quite nice. I'm not a massive watermelon fan, but I don't mind this at all. This is basically just sugar, olive oil, it's also got jojoba seed oil in here, avocado oil, and a couple of other oils in there as well. So it's going to scrub the lip with sugar, which isn't too aggressive. This is actually quite fine sugar in here, so it's not going to rip the surface of your lip up, but it's also going to really hydrate and nourish the lips with all those lovely oils that are within the formula. So I really do like this. I don't use it a lot of the time because I prefer to use my toothbrush. If you haven't seen my tips and tricks video, then highly recommend it. I'll link it up here. That I do my entire lip prep steps, and this isn't included in that, but if you love a lip scrub, this is fantastic. And I have tried some high-end lip scrubs. They're all formulated very similarly to this one, and this one is a fraction of the cost, and it's very, very affordable. This is the NYX Pro Fix Stick Correcting Concealer. I only picked up one shade of this, and I'm sort of kicking myself a little bit because I picked up the pink shade thinking that this would be a great color corrector. I didn't pick up my shade in a concealer because, quite frankly, I didn't think I was gonna like this. This is a stick product. I don't have a lot of fun with stick products. Usually they don't like me, they're a little mean, they are a bit thick underneath my eyes, a little bit too heavy, and because they're in stick format and they're quite occlusive, they tend not to dry down or sink into the skin, so they move and settle into my fine lines, and they're just not great on me. And I just thought, this is going to be absolutely awful on a more mature skin, and I really, really like it. So I am going to be going and getting my shade in a concealer because I would love to see how this looks as a concealer product rather as a corrector. So like I said, I've gone for the shade pink. I went for the shade pink because I thought that the shade pink would help to disguise my under eye circles, and it definitely does that. So I just pop it in the areas of darkness, and it doesn't cover my under eye circles completely, but it's not a frighteningly pigmented product. So it's very subtle. You can wear this without any makeup whatsoever. So if you're wanting to answer the door in a hurry, if somebody's come to the door and you're like, oh my goodness, I just need to spruce myself up a tiny bit, within seconds, you can have blended this out and be at the door and look more refreshed and more awake. If you have a deeper skin tone than me, this is not going to be the shade for you because I have a really fair skin tone and this is almost too brightening for me. We are on the cusp. So, you know, there is a line, we're sort of almost there, but not quite. So if you do have a deeper skin tone, you're probably going to want to go for a shade slightly deeper than this one, but I really like it. And the kicker for me is you can use this as a regular color corrector. If you want to use it on its own, you can do, but if you want to layer it up, so if you want to apply this first and then layer a concealer over the top, you can do that as well. And I've actually done that today with no creasing whatsoever. This is one of those products that sinks into my skin. I am so super impressed and a little bit blown away by this because I couldn't have been more wrong about a product. The one thing I will say is do not over apply this because, again, it's a creamy stick product. So if you do over apply, you are going to get creasing, but apply it sparingly where you need it. It's amazing. If you are after a body cream that doesn't feel heavy or thick or take a while to absorb, if you're after a body cream that doesn't leave you feeling sticky or suffocated, if you've got problematic skin or sensitive skin and you're still wanting to treat your body to that extra hit of hydration, but you don't want your body to break out all over the place because it's just too emollient and too occlusive, this is the body cream for you. It is superb. Now, this is amazing on the majority of my body. Some of my body, my knees, my elbows, need a little bit more nourishment, and in that case, I use this and then I put a little bit more of an occlusive body cream over the top of those areas. But my back, my chest, my legs, my arms tend not to need anything overly nourishing on my body. I really cannot stand to feel sticky. I don't like my skin to feel suffocated. I don't like anything heavy on the skin on my body, and this gives me everything I need. And it's super affordable. This is the INQUIRIES PHA Exfoliating and Hydrating Body Water Cream. I was in love with the original water cream moisturizer for the face. Such a beautiful, lightweight cream that is very, very gentle. And because it's such a gentle formulation, I actually bought it for Beatrice, my 12-year-old daughter, because everybody needs a moisturizer, but not everybody needs a moisturizer that is absolutely jam-packed full of heavy, nourishing nourishing ingredients. That would have probably caused her to have breakouts, and I did not want that. But the water cream from the ENQUIRIES was so superb, and she loves it, and I know it's going to protect her skin and really hydrate her skin rather than damage her skin like some other products would probably do. So this one is pretty much a carbon copy with added PHA ingredients for the body. So this is going to exfoliate the skin on your body, but to leave it incredibly hydrated. Now, like I said, this isn't jam-packed full of super nourishing heavy ingredients, which is why I like it. This is not going to be suitable for everybody. Some people are going to apply this and think, well, I need a body cream now because this just isn't cutting it. If you do have problematic skin and you need something really lightweight, or you have really sensitive skin and you want an exfoliating body cream, this is the direction that I would point you towards, because it is so lightweight. It is incredibly hydrating, and it's a very, very gentle formula. This has a really beautiful gel-like formula that absorbs immediately. It's alcohol-free, it's fragrance-free. There are no hidden, unnecessary ingredients within this formula. I just think it is fantastic. Really, really beautiful, very lightweight, and very hydrating. Next up, we've got the Dr. Lip Original Nipple Balm. This is a dupe. Actually, we can't call it a dupe because it's the same price point. This is so similar to the Dr. Sam's Flawless Lip, which is my ride or die lip product. It is super thick, it is super occlusive. If you have very dry, flaky lips, or if you are a lip chewer like me, that is going to be your lip product of dreams. It's absolutely fantastic, and this is pretty much identical. So both of them are lanolin formulas. This is 100% lanolin. The Dr. Sam's is lanolin plus a few ceramides, but there isn't very much in it at all. The only reason I'm including this in this video, because the Dr. Sam's product, it's not super expensive. It's £13 or so, I believe. So you can get it as, I would say, an affordable price. If you're wanting to bring the price point down a little bit, it's going to cost you the same gram for gram, but because this has got less in it, the initial outlay is less. So far more affordable to shell out for straight away. This is only got 8 mils worth of product, which is great if you haven't tried a product like this before and you're wanting to just test the water to see if you actually like it. Get this for half the price. It is unreal and it works. Pop this on before bed. You will wake up with silky, smooth, plump and hydrated lips. It is beautiful. The only thing it's not very good at is applying before you apply your lipsticks. Because this creates a barrier on the surface of the lip, sometimes a lipstick will need to penetrate the lip in order for it to last all day. And if it can't penetrate the lip, it doesn't last as long. So this one, not so good under lipstick, but fantastic over the top of lipstick. Also fantastic before you go to bed or first thing in the morning. Love, love, love. If you are worried about fine lines, wrinkles, crepiness, discoloration and age spots on the backs of your hands, this next product is for you. And if you are a member of Beauty Pie, you will be able to get this extremely affordably, and it's such a lovely lightweight formula, which is really strange for a hand cream, but this is more of a treatment than a cream. It's really quite gel-like, sinks into the skin immediately with zero tackiness, zero stickiness on the surface of the skin. You don't have to sit not touching anything for a really long time after application. It's immediate. It sinks in superbly well. This is the Beauty Pie Super Retinol Hands Plus. It's an anti-aging moisture cream, but I would say it's more like a gel consistency. It does have your retinol in there, but it also has added vitamin C and shea butter. Now, you would think with the addition of shea butter that this would be a really thick, occlusive formula, and it's really, really not. It's incredibly comfortable on the skin, and I love it. I really, really love it. I don't know why it's taken me so long to get my hands on it. I went onto the Beauty Pie website around about 2 weeks ago, saw that this was available, bought it immediately, and I've not had it off my hands ever since, because it's one of those formulas that you can reapply throughout the day. If you are going to apply this throughout the day, please make sure you are wearing a suitable SPF on your hands as well. Super important, otherwise you're not going to get the benefits. This is very lightweight, it's hydrating, it's smoothing, it makes my skin feel silky soft immediately after application. And even though it's got retinol within the formula, and retinol can be quite aggressive, I haven't had any irritation whatsoever. Because of the retinol and the vitamin C combined, this is not only good for reversing the clock with that crepiness, fine lines, wrinkles, but it's also incredibly good at brightening the skin on the backs of the hands as well. And finally, we're finishing off with a product from Bioma. If you are a regular to my channel, you will know that Bioma isn't just one of my favorite affordable skincare brands, it is one of my favorite skincare brands overall, because the quality is up here, the price is down here. Honestly, you can get an absolute bargain when you shop the Bioma products. They are all lovely. Not all of them are catering for my skin type, but there is something for everybody. This is the new lip oil, the Liptide pH lip oil, and it is lovely. Again though, this is not going to be for everybody. It depends what you like in a lip oil. I like a thicker lip oil, and the reason I like a thick lip oil, and I've spoken about this in the past, is lip oils don't tend to last very long on the lips. You lick them off, they sink in, and then you need to reapply. Because this one is quite a thick formula, not only is it difficult to lick this off as quickly as it would be to lick off a really thin formula, but it sticks to the lip and it doesn't move. So you're not having to reapply this throughout the day. So not only is it going to give you those nourishing and hydrating qualities of an oil, but it's also giving you the occlusive benefits of sealing in that hydration and nourishment throughout the day. It's not going to be for everyone, like I've said. Some people will find this a little bit too sticky, but I love it. There are two versions of this, a clear one and a pink one. I've got the pink one, I don't have the clear one. It's not overly pigmented, it's just going to give you a little bit of pigment, just the tiniest amount. B really likes this, and I have no problems with her having one for herself. It's not one of those products with, again, the unnecessary ingredients that's going to cause her to have breakouts, blackheads around the lip line. It's just a lovely, lovely formula. This has a berry flavor to it, and it's undeniable. It is really strong. You are going to taste it while ever this is on your lips. So if that is not your thing, this is definitely not going to be for you. But the lip care ingredients are phenomenal, and this is very, very beneficial for your lips. So not only have you got ceramides to look after the skin barrier, you've got peptides within the formula to plump and smooth, you've also got avocado and tamanu oils to hydrate, nourish, and lock that hydration and nourishment within the lip body. So you're going to end up over time with a plumper, fuller, less wrinkly lip. Beautiful. I have left all of the products that I've recently spoke about in my dupes video out of this video. They belong in this video, but I didn't want to go over them again 3 days after I'd already featured them in a dupes video. So if you haven't seen that one already, definitely check that out. There were 4 dupes in there that I thought were absolutely phenomenal products, and just as good as or better than their high-end counterparts. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you've thought about it in the comment section. If you want to see more content like this, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I really hope to see you all in the next video. Bye everyone.